our last premier game, Chris, that we'll talk about before we head into Bolton's bets. We
Mm-hmm.
have Oklahoma traveling to T-Town to take on the Alabama Crimson Tide. The line has Alabama as a 5.5 point favorite, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Over under is at 45.5. So start off with you, good sir. Who you got in this one? Because man, this game, you talk about a playoff play-in game.
Ah, man. Oh, man. I've thought a lot about this one, Kory. You know, Alabama is a very good team, and they have all season long, this defense, when needed, has stepped up big time for the Tide. Whether it was, finding a way to shut down South Carolina in the fourth quarter and then they turned that game around where it looked like it was about to be disaster time. Whether it's the Vandy game, the turnovers they forced in the red zone against Pavia and the Commodores. I mean, against Georgia, they stepped up and made plays. We've seen this defense. It's low key, Kory. They got a little bit of like 2014 Mississippi State to them, where you might move the ball, but when needed, Bama's that Mississippi State defense that year, when called upon, they made timely plays, and that's how Bama's defense has been this year. We're going to need that again in this one, I think, Kory,
Mm-hmm.
because if, as we know, like the kryptonite for Bama has been the mobile quarterback. John Mateer is a guy that can make plays with his arm and with his legs. And this is a much improved Oklahoma team that last season, despite all of its troubles, put a whooping on Bama. And coming into this year, they have that athletic quarterback instead of Jackson Arnold. It's Mateer, um, and they have an even better defense. A defense that was stout last season is even better this season. And we're going to find out a lot about this Alabama team, Kory, because I feel like they have escaped some real sticky situations this year. And I think Oklahoma propose, they can propose an opportunity to make this game real sticky too. I think based on what we've seen under the Kalen DeBoer era and how things have been, I think Oklahoma with John Mateer, who looked much better, who looked healthy in his last game, I think Oklahoma will come into Brian Denny with the game plan of trying to make the easy reads, take what's given to you, and also encourage John to run. I think Mateer will be running the ball. I think he gets at least 10 carries. I'm not saying they're going to be designed carries, but I think he will be running the ball a lot. And this one could run for 70, 80 yards. And John Mateer, you see in that stat line, he has hit that 60 plus yard mark with rushing yards. That means we got a game on our hands, Kory. That means it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, and John Mateer sees a lane, and he's picking up 15 yards and getting down and keeping the drive alive. That's tough to beat. And so I'm going to roll with Oklahoma finding a way. I think Bama, I'm not knocking Bama as a team, but I think there comes a point where you can only play with fire so long, Kory, before you get burned. And I think Oklahoma has the quarterback that can burn them. Ty Simpson will be going up against a really stout defense. This will be a lower scoring game. But I'm going to side with the Sooners to get a tough, hard fought win on the road, 23-20, in a game that will not disappoint, and a game Alabama could very well win because this defense is very timely, and they can maybe force interception in John Mateer late in the fourth quarter. and it'll seal the deal and put them in prime position to win the game. But I'm gonna side with the Sooners, Kory. I just, based off what we've seen, Mateer's the kind of quarterback that gives his team problems, that gives his defense problems. I think he throws for 200, 220, runs for like 80, 85, 90. And Oklahoma wins this game 23-20 and a tight, just a classic SEC tussle.
Man, I like how the way you describe that game, Chris. It's almost like I watched it. It hasn't even happened yet. Oh man, I look. You got me ready to run through a brick wall to watch this game, man. I was already gonna watch it, but shoot, now look, I gotta be tuned in to watch this one. I gotta be locked in.
I appreciate it, brother. Hey, we gotta set the stage.
Yeah, gotta set the stage. Gotta set the stage, Chris. It's when you have games like this, that's par for the course at that point. But no. I definitely get what you're saying, Chris. Oklahoma, one of the best defenses in the country. Alabama finds ways to win. Sometimes we don't know how they find ways to win, but hey, it's very entertaining watching it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But in terms of both of these teams, Chris, man, they're two almost opposite teams in terms of how the way they execute. The only thing I can say is they execute in the way that makes this game what it is. Overall, yeah, man, I think if Mateer can find a way to get some really good yardage on the ground running and air the ball out to guys like Satania. Hand off the ball to Blaylock. Has been a really good running back as well. Complements that running attack from Oklahoma just as much as Mateer does. Yeah, man, I think they have an opportunity. It's not gonna be in Norman, but hey, I think Oklahoma, seeing how the way they played at Rocky Top, which is another hostile environment, I could see them going into Brian Denny and winning this ball game. At times, Alabama has made really good plays that have helped them stay in games. So stunk up the field at times. We saw it last week.
I was saying they played the game they played last week against LSU, Kory. I don't think that beats Oklahoma.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, brother. I think if they keep playing like that, yeah, I think they're gonna have a pretty tough time stopping this Oklahoma team, and that's going to be a real problem. Oklahoma has really good defense. Their offense, when clicking, they can hurt you. So, yeah, Alabama's going to have a really good game plan. Look, I'm sure Kalen DeBoer has been looking at tape all week on the OU and preparing for it the best way he can. Yeah, I think if they can come out and play the game that they should play, that we know that they have because they have a lot of talent, this game could get very interesting. Um, you know, this season, Ty Simpson, he's been the bell cow for him, throwing the ball and escaping outside the perimeter to keep drives alive. This week, he's gonna have a tall task, Chris, because that defense, they're definitely gonna be gunning for him. So, hey, we'll see. We'll see. If I had to put a score on it, Chris, I think I got to give it to Oklahoma. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be very, very close. Give me Oklahoma 31, Alabama 28. Late game field goal wins them the ball game. And Oklahoma definitely submits themselves as a playoff team at that point. All the talk about, hey, does Oklahoma, have what it takes? Mateers, gets hurt, has hand surgery in mid-season. All of that would finally pay off with a victory over Alabama if they can get the job done. So that's my pick.
Yeah, I'm with you. We'll see if we're right. And this will cause some chaos. This will stir the pot. This will be that big wooden spoon stirring the pot. We'll see how everything plays out. Of course, we're not ruling out that Alabama can win this game and maybe play up to its level of competition and win this game by double digits.
Mm-hmm.
That is not outside the realm of possibilities, Kory.
No, it's not.
Ty Simpson is somebody that is proven himself to be a very good quarterback, if not, dare I say, a great quarterback. So that maybe we get Ty Simpson stepping up and playing much cleaner football that he played against LSU and has a big time game. That can happen. I just think this is going to be that 2000s kind of SEC game, Kory. And if it's a lower scoring game, similar to how we talked about Iowa, Oregon, like, hey, that low scoring game is what Iowa wanted. And Oregon found a way to win. They escaped. And Iowa was this close from a end zone touchdown to stealing that win from Oregon. But I feel like if this is a low scoring game, if it's in them 20s, and dare I say them teens, but if it's definitely in them teens, it's Oklahoma is happy. But if it's in them 20s, that's the kind of game Oklahoma wants. And if it's 23-20, which I think will be the case, that has Oklahoma written all over it. But if Alabama's offense is clicking, I don't know. I think that once we creep into them 30s, the high 20s into them 30s, Kory, I think that's Alabama territory. But I think Oklahoma wants to keep this 24 and under when it comes to the points.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Look, man, once you crack 20, once you get over 1 points against Alabama, man, that's the kind of game Kalen DeBoer wants. Make it a shootout. Make it a shootout. And he's like, I don't care. Just throw it to Jeremy Bernard. Ryan Williams is open. Oh, throw it to him. He'll catch it. Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Chris. I think I'm definitely sure that he has that scripted on that play sheet. Kalen DeBoer has that script on his play sheet if it becomes a shootout. I think he wouldn't mind that.
Nah, not one bit. Not one bit. But it'll be Brent Venables over there combusting if he sees his defense giving up 30 points. Whether it's on the road, at home, neutral site field, it don't matter.
Oh man, he's gonna be blowing up like a hoverboard. Oh man, but no, this should be a fun game, Chris. I can't wait for us to talk about this game on our live show on Sunday.